Well, good day to all of our awesome internet friends, family, and following. T. Lamont Silver Sr. here. I've got phenomenal news. You want to watch this. This is urgent, okay? This is not the same video I sent out earlier during the day, so you want to make sure that you watch this. BitClub Network is set to go live. The date that I've been given is Tuesday, September the 16th, which is as I'm doing this recording tomorrow. And I've also been given a rough time of 2 p.m. Eastern. Now, obviously, we've got people all across the globe, so you'll need to go to timeanddate.com to figure out what 2 p.m. Eastern means in your part of the world. In some parts of the world, it's going to be the next morning. Like in Australia, it might be like 4 o'clock in the morning the next day. Some parts of the world, in the UK, for instance, it might be like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the evening. So you'll have to see what that means. Obviously, with a launch on a global perspective, the time for the launch isn't necessarily going to be the most conducive for everyone. But as much as you possibly can, what we're going to do is we're going to have a live webinar. This will not be a presentation webinar. We're going to open up the room at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be on the webinar for quite some time. The purpose of the webinar is to make sure that people are getting in position. If they're requiring a referral link from the referrer, doing as much as we can to connect with your referrer to make sure that they know that you're waiting on their link, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, there's going to be a binary holding tank, so don't be frantic. One of the things that was starting to happen is that people were starting to be frantic. Hey, I don't know how the back office is going to look. I don't know how to position people in the binary. All of those things. So this is what's going to happen, okay? When things go live, people will be able to enroll tomorrow. They'll be able to go on and start making their purchases. I feel a sneeze coming on, so forgive me. Sorry about that. Okay, so once you get your referrer's link, you'll be able to go on. There'll be an invoicing system to cover the $99 in Bitcoin. Then thereafter, you'll be able to make your purchases, okay? But the binary part, there's going to be a holding tank. Now, once we get past this initial phase, the holding tank would be a 24-hour tank, okay? So let's say if you personally enrolled 3 or 4 people in a day, you'd be able to figure out how you wanted to place them. Did you want to place them on your strong side, your weak side, who do you want to place next to who, so on and so forth, okay? But because there's been a lot of leaders, including myself, saying, hey, we haven't seen the back office yet. We want to make sure that we structure our businesses the best way. Is there a way that people can come in and get pre-enrollment or get enrollment, go in and make their purchases, but you don't actually turn the binary on just yet? There's a holding tank. And so that's what's going to happen, all right? What's going to happen is there's going to be a holding tank beyond the normal 24 hours. Once things kind of start slowing down, that could be in 2 days, 3 days, or what have you, then they're going to let us know that they're about to hit the button, all right? And hitting the button is going to mean that that's when commissions are going to be paid. So no commissions are going to be paid out tomorrow, okay? Which is different than what I had said earlier today. No commissions will be paid out tomorrow. The reason being is a lot of people came to the party a little late, didn't have everything set up. So you may have a situation where, let's say I'm referring John is referring Sally, as an example. Sally has a Bitcoin wallet set up. She's got Bitcoins ready to go, but John is still waiting for his transaction to complete. And so that's going to give people maybe a couple, maybe 3 days. Now, beyond that, there's not going to be any more time there, okay? So make sure that you've gotten everything squared away there. Now, some of you have connected with your leaders, and some of you, that has been me, where you were doing like a PayPal swap, or you were doing a bank swap, where you sent some PayPal funds for the purposes of someone assisting you because maybe you didn't have your e-wallet set up, or maybe you were in transition getting funds into your e-wallet to convert to Bitcoin. I did clarify that there's going to be a couple of ways to handle that, but one of the simple ways is being able to credit your back office. So for instance, if you sent in, let's say, $5.99 in PayPal funds for the purposes of the $99 and the purposes of the 500 in Bitcoin for a 1-unit purchase, as an example, then what we'll be able to do is simply credit your back office, because we've made sure that we've got some excess there for that purpose, okay? All right, and then once again, commissions are going to be paid once they hit the start button. The start button meaning, give me a moment, bear with me. The start button meaning that tomorrow things will go live. Now, 2 p.m. Eastern is the target time. We've been at launches, pre-launches, where there was a time and a date given, and the time was off, maybe even by a few hours. So I plan on being, now we might take lunch, we might put up a board saying, hey, we're taking a step away, but we're going to have that webinar room open for maybe several hours. Again, it's not a presentation. It's designed to help you get situated. So what's going to happen is you're going to be able to get your enrollment done. You're going to be able to go on and make any purchases that you already have the resources to make. All right, commissions aren't going to be paid on those right away. Commissions are going to be paid on those when they say, okay, the dust has start settling. Now we're ready for the binary. They're going to hit a button, and the binary is going to be populated with everybody in whatever positions that they would be coming in the binary. The level ups are going to be populated. And so in a few days, that few days could be at the end of the week. I was told probably somewhere about 3 to 4 days. So we're talking Tuesday. So it could be over the weekend. Now, here's the great thing about it is that once you get set up tomorrow and you have your referral link and you're getting your referral link out to your potential referrals, okay, it won't matter if you're in front of the computer when they hit the start button or not, to pay commissions, okay, because you would have already gotten everything set up. All right, you would have already gotten everything set up, and then, you'll see your commission. So if it happens over the weekend, I may not be available because I don't normally do business on the weekends, all right? However, good grief, I'm sorry. However, that's not going to be an issue because of what we're doing on tomorrow and let's say the next day or what have you, okay? All right, so hopefully that makes some sense. The webinar is a different webinar link than what we've used in the past. The webinar is a different webinar link than what we've used in, you know what, never mind. Let me see. Yeah, the webinar link is a different link. And the reason I paused is because I just set up a different webinar. And I was thinking maybe I'll keep the same webinar link, but I'm going to use this new webinar link. This is going to be important for what we're doing. So we'll use this new webinar link, okay? All right, so make sure you opt into this webinar link, all right? The other webinar link that we use for BitClub Network is still available, but it won't be available for tomorrow, all right? This is a new webinar link. So with that being said, we love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours.